Pioneer.
Yo, what's going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today guys, we're going to talk about commanders that should be ascended. So if you got a few commanders, in particular, maybe in your first formation, if not in your second formation, that you're thinking about, maybe I want to ascend them now so I can obtain their relic and stuff like that, which I'll talk about relics in the next video, by the way, actually. But what commanders I would recommend, and I think are the best to be ascending at the moment, because not only because of the buffs from the stats, but of course to obtain their relics. But we're going to go through all the commanders today that can be ascended and that, and we're going to touch on some of them. And you'll see that some I have already done personally as well. So let's get into it. So I'm just going to go down in the list and which way my commanders actually appear. So the first one is going to be, he starts off as a tier 2 commander, Gandalf the Grey, of course. Now, I actually do have his relic here, so I can show you that as well. Now, ascending him is fantastic. I've got him at Z6 here. I actually didn't have him that high until the update, and I got boosted all the way from like respect like 16 all the way up to Z6. It was crazy. But at Z1, like, he has a really good skill points, and he does get buffs of unit damage plus 15, and that's at a high, I'm not sure which zenith level that comes into, but his relic is very, very good. I don't have this fully strengthened up, but as you can see, I've got a few good stats the way you're going to build him. So you can get some extra focus, which is really good for his White Council, or command, which is really good as well. But the leader of the Free Folk with the damage reduction is absolutely fantastic. Like, I think I've got this 2 refined for a 6% damage reduction. And yeah, he's one of the commanders where if you don't have Gandalf the White, who of course can't be ascended, and he is your main like damage reduction support commander, you definitely want to be ascending him without an absolute doubt. The next one, which would be my absolute first pick when coming to ascending a commander, let alone not for the only reason to be getting this relic as well. I just obtained this myself and ascended him, and as you can see, I'm only at level 11, and I actually did the whole process where I ascended him and stuff like that, and I unlocked his relic, which of course is fantastic because we all know with Durin's focus, when it's 50 focus, which is super easy to get now, as you can see, it's a 56 already without even having any really gear on besides his axe, which is the relic. It gains Keen Eye, so that's really going to help against them Gil-galad formations, guys, so that's fantastic. Moving on, the next one that I would recommend is Faramir. Now, I've got him all the way up to Mythic, and as you can see, I've got him at Respect level 15, and I have just recently unlocked his bow, because of course it is very good once again, with the ability with range units to gain initiative, and it's really good not only for the units, but for Faramir as well, who does pretty good damage dealing. Like, he can do up to 100k damage easy in the right build, and then he works really good with the range units, of course. He's really good in that aspect. He's a pretty good damage dealer, don't overlook him, but he does need to be a pretty hefty level. Like, as you can see, mine's 15 and is doing pretty decently. Moving on to the next commander for Ascension, you'll see we'll scroll past a lot of the mythics and tier 3s in that. This fella right here, Falgin, I am awaiting Ascension on him at the moment. Obviously, I don't have a lot of the tickets and that to level him, but this is one I wish I actually did. He is absolutely fantastic. His relic is super good. Also, of course, when you ascend, you're going to get those bonuses. So as you can see, I think I'm not sure if I can actually show you the bonuses from it, can I? If I click on it, sometimes you can. Oh, you can see it. So you actually can see here, like, the damage range goes to 18 to 20. His HP goes up, and I think that's what this one is at, the command, yeah. Goes up to 137, so some pretty good buffs there. But the Hardly Buckler is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, it's not only going to give buffs like command and stuff and unit defense and the commander defense and that, but the Adventurer's Determination is fantastic. Mainly, of course, with this one as well, with the damage reduction for melee units, is fantastic. That's going to stack with his R5 abilities and that. And then, as you can see, the above effects gain 1% for each allied dwarf unit present. So it works basically like his R5, and it's going to stack with it. And it's really, really good in that aspect. The next one is Legolas. If you asked me a week or so ago, it would have been an absolute no. But now that he's been buffed, he's absolutely fantastic. I've only got him at respect 8. I have seen him at pretty decent levels do 160 something thousand damage already in this season around level 40 something. And that was with his relic. His relic is really, really good. Because not only can you get the buffs of like the HP and attack and that, but Mirkwood Dexterity is really good because the normal attacks inflicted do an additional amount of damage. So this Strengthened and Refined Up can be really going to do a lot of extra damage. It stacks with his now 3 damage skill abilities, which is fantastic. You got Greenleaf, Fair, and Dwarf Friend. He's really good. If you got him at a decent respect level, I'll test him out. He's really good. I've been trying him out a little bit, but I'm going to do a video on him separately later on. But he's really, really good now with these damage attacks. And with the relic, even more better. Like, really, really good. Now, then, you got a lot of these other commanders that you could send here, like Faramir and that. I don't go too much in them. So you want to skip all of them, pretty much. You could ascend Aragorn, but I would highly recommend King Aragorn either way. So you want to skip over all of them. Now, Frodo is one that you could ascend because his relic is quite interesting. Okay, Frodo is a blue... What in the... Okay. Stinger's looking really blue there today. Okay. He's got a big blue box there. What the hell? There we go. But yeah, basically, he could be one to ascend. He's pretty cool. Not for the buffs, like the buffs aren't too much about it, but for his relic is very interesting. I haven't really seen anyone use it, but as you can see, this with the amount of refinement could be very decent because for the first 2 rounds, the formation has a certain amount of chance to evade all damage when orcs are used, and people are using orcs a little bit more these days, so it could be interesting. So that is a possibility. But of course, beside the obvious big ones, I wouldn't go too much into that. Now, another one who's a really good damage dealer is Eomer. He really, really like ascends when it comes to unlocking his relic and makes a whole bigger difference on him. And yeah, Light the Wind is fantastic here. So you can see Eomer and his formation unit gain the following effects. The next instance of damage dealt by Eomer is 5%. And then initiative reach 50. Mounted units in the formation prioritize attacks on ranged units. So it's a pretty good ability there. I would only be getting this if you don't have any of other really good attack commanders and stuff like that and ascending them first. But besides that, there's not many other commanders that I would really touch or ascend here. I've seen a few people like get a couple other relics like Elladan and stuff. Just a bit out of the weird and the norm. Even Eowyn and stuff. But yeah, unless you're absolutely desperate, I wouldn't be touching those. I would be ascending the ones that I've showed you. Otherwise, the relics aren't that good on the rest of them. Some of them are like okay, but like they don't have the stats and skills to back them up, guys. And yeah, that's where I would pretty much be going when it goes to the relics and that. But the absolute big ones are definitely Falgin. Absolutely fantastic without an absolute doubt. He'll be one of the first ones I do. And Gimli would be the absolute first one I do. And then Gandalf the Grey. Fantastic once again. They're the 3 really big ones that you want to be trying. But alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap up the video there. And until next time, peace out, EJ's out. And I'll catch you guys later. See yous. Of the EJU Army, yeah, you guys are legends to me, so let's keep up this grind. I'll never give up, just like